On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Lacey. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Drops back on 1st down. Turns it upfield. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. The snap sets up to throw. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. Straight ahead, it's Henderson. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Using his feet. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. From deep, it's Wallace. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll start on the ground with Peoples.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it back to him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
The Nittany Lions are facing 3rd and inches.
Here we go, ready. Blue 30, blue 30. Flip, flip, flip. Ready, go.
Give to the fullback. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll go with Peoples. They'll knock him down, and he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. A give, running right, it's Peoples.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Making the adjustment. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. There he goes. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Just smothered on the play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Turning it on. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Penn State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Payne. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Quick handoff. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Out wide left, it's Fleming. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Plows his way ahead. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keelan Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
The ride. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Rides to the back. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Off play action on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And, David, I know your eyes light up when you see Colin Simmons play. One of the best pure pass rushers there is in all of college football. Tremendous first step. This guy shot onto the scene as a true freshman 2 seasons ago. Nobody has had an answer for this guy. I know inconsistency at times has been an issue for him, David, but if he puts it all together and plays big-time play, play out, I don't think anybody can block him.
Now, you see the talent, you see the quickness, you see the agility. You know, 6'3", 245-plus pounds. Started as a freshman, just came on the scene, and you could see big play potential, grown and grown. Now in this Will Muschamp system, he is the dude.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
Hey, check it. 89-19 fire ball. 89-19 fire ball. Check. 28-29 bounce. 28-29 bounce. Where did he go?
The play fake. Finds his target. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Peoples.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. They'll run the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Good right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Payne. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Drops back. It's Lacey. Throws to the tight end. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
2nd and long here. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Russell. Spits it out to the back. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw one first. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Back's got it on the screen. Timeout taken by Texans. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Third and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. And it's the home team engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Peoples again. Got enough for the first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Give him 114 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The give to the single back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Fires quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tight end now in motion. On third down, here's Peoples. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Here's Peoples one more time. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. He's got enough. There he goes. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Longhorn. And that one will put him up here in the second half. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Martin. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Tells the run, wants to pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. quick give. It smothers. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking for room. It's Payne. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's changing the play. They'll run for it. It's Peoples. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Peoples again. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Gotta make the play on fourth. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Now here's Russell. Here comes the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Got the completion, but no yards to be found, and it's a 4th down stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off, the chances of them winning just went way downhill.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rashada Downs going up top. Floats it out in space. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Second down to the air. Fires to the right. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rush is on. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football.
Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Deep in the end zone, it's Wallace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Peoples one more time. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set.
Go, go! Spider under! Ready, go!
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And stress levels have to have spiked after a delay of game backs you up for another 2nd and goal. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.